Good day, Cookery students! And for week 4, we'll be discussing about performing mensuration and calculation. This lesson comprises of the following topics. First, measurements and calculation, and next is performing costing. We will be focusing on measurements and calculation. And the question is, why there's a need for mensuration and calculation in cooking? So the answer is that mensuration and calculation helps in ensuring consistency in taste, service, and quantity of foods that helps a certain food establishment attain customer loyalty. For example, if the taste and portion size of a certain product served in a certain food establishment is inconsistent, like minsan masarap but sometimes hindi masarap or sakto lang ang lasa, syempre kung kayong customer, you will tend not to buy or dine in again in that certain food establishment because the taste is inconsistent or paiba-iba. In measuring ingredients, here are the different concepts that you must be knowledgeable. First, measuring tools and equipment. Second, ingredients. And lastly, knowledge and skills in measuring them accurately. Here are some of the measuring devices that we use in terms of cooking. So it is already mentioned on the previous video, we're just going to review. So first, we have a measuring spoon that is used for measuring small quantities of ingredients like seasoning and spices. Then measuring cup that is used for measuring dry ingredients like flour, sugar, and butter. Then weighing scale or kitchen scale, it is used for weighing foods and ingredients like meats and vegetables. And lastly, a measuring cup or glass that is used in measuring liquid ingredients like milk and honey. As mentioned, so you must also be knowledgeable in the proper techniques in measuring ingredients to ensure the consistency of the taste, size, and appearance of the dish you will prepare. So first, please make sure to use a clean and correct measuring cups and spoon. Second, in measuring dry ingredients like salt, baking powder, and other spices, so fill the measuring cup from the package of the ingredient. Third, use a spatula or knife to level off the ingredients in measuring spoon or cup. Then fourth, brown sugar must be packed in the measuring cup. So just enough to the ingredients to hold its shape when turned out of the measuring cup. Next is number 5. Grated cheese should also be lightly packed to avoid gaps in the middle of the cup. Then 6. In measuring liquid, set the measuring cup or glass in a level surface where you can read the measurements at eye level. And 7. Avoid measuring ingredients in a bowl that has an ingredient. Then number 8, when measuring sticky ingredients, grease the measuring cup first. So it is to help the sticky ingredients to come out easily of the cup. And number 9, press lightly the ingredients like sour cream or shortening using spoon or edge of the knife to prevent pockets of air from entry. And number 10, try to get all the ingredients from the measuring cup using a spatula. For the demonstration of the items enumerated here, please watch the video discussion included in your package. In measurements, here are the 2 things that you must be knowledgeable. First is standards of measurements, and second is the equivalence and conversion. We have here 2 standards of measurements in cookery. First is the US Standard Unit of Measure. It is a standard unit commonly used in the United States. And the International System of Units, also termed as the Modern Metric System of Measurements. It is a decimal-based system where the relationships of items could be measured by counting. So to give you more of these two standards of units, please continue watching this video. Here are the different units under the US standard of measure. So for solid or measured in weight, so we have pounds. The abbreviation is LB or LBS, and ounce or OZ. Then for liquid, which is measured in volume, we have gallon, abbreviated as GAL, GAL, then quart as QT, then pint expressed as PT, cup, fluid ounce or FL period, OZ. Tablespoon expressed as TBSP or T, capital T, and teaspoon expressed as TSP. So those are the certain measurements or units under the US standard of measure and their abbreviations. And for the international system of units, we have for solid, which is measured in weight again, is grams or G, and kilograms or kg. Then for liquid, which is measured in volume, we have liter or L, or milliliter or ml. Here are some of the usage of US standard of measure and international system of units discussed on the previous slide. So as you can see here on the screen, so cups and teaspoon were used to indicate the ingredients for a certain recipe, and cups and teaspoon were under the US standard of measure. Then, in packages of other food items ay makikita din natin ang mga units na ito. For example, in this organic milk product, so its quantity is both expressed in the two standards of measurement. So 1 gallon, which is a US standard of measure, and 3.78 liter, which is under the international or metric system. In the next sample, the volume of the drink is labeled as 12 fluid ounce and 355 ml. And lastly, the net weight of the product is expressed as 8 ounce or 227 grams. Next time that you buy a food item, try to check kung ano yung units na ginamit in indicating its quantity. In performing mensuration and calculation like measuring equivalents, conversion, and substitution, please be guided by the following information. So first, table 3.1, weights of measurements on page 41, and table 3.2, the common ingredient substitution on pages 46 to 48 of your TLE learning book. For this part, tayo po ay magta-try ng mag-solve ng conversion and substitution of some of the ingredients. So for sample number 1, meron po tayo dito, the given is convert 300 ml of tomato juice to cup. First step is that to find the equivalents in the table of weights and measurements. So pakitingnan si table 3.1 on page 41 of your TLE book. So makikita nyo po dyan that 1 cup is equals to 240 ml. So take note, ang hahanapin nyo po sa table ay kung ano yung units na naibigay or na-mention sa ating given. Then, once na-identify na, proceed with step 2, which is to substitute the equivalents in the equations. Now that we are done finding po the equivalent, so let's proceed in substituting it na po in a certain equation. So our given is 300 ml. So lalagay nyo lang po siya dyan. Then lalagyan nyo ng over 1 times the equivalents from the table. So 1 cup over 240 ml. And since magkagaya po yung units ng dalawang numbers dyan, so we're gonna proceed with cancellation. Then, yung matitira na lang is 300 and 240. Now, we're gonna proceed with multiplication. So, 300 times 1 and 1 times 240. So, the answer would be 300 cups over 240. And since malaki pa din yung number, magtatry po kayong i-convert pa siya into simplest form. by means of dividing each of the number, numerator and denominator, by 60. So 300 divided by 60 is equals to 5, and 240 divided by 60 is equals to 4. So magiging answer na natin is 5/4, or 1 1/4 cup of tomato juice. That will be our final answer. Meaning 300 ml of tomato juice is equivalent to 5/4, or 1 1/4 cup of tomato juice. That would be for sample number 1. Let us have now sample number 2. So convert 50 ml of water to tablespoon. So again, step 1 is to find the equivalents in the table of weights and measurements, wherein, so 1 tablespoon is equals to 15 ml as indicated on table 3.1 on page 41. Then again, please substitute the equivalents in the equation. Okay, so we're gonna proceed again with the same procedures kagaya ng sample number 1. So the given is 50 ml, then over 1 times the equivalents, which is 1 tablespoon under 15 ml. That is from the table. Then do cancellation kasi magkagaya ulit yung 2 units. So remove ml. Then matitira is 50 and 15. Then proceed with multiplication, again numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. So 50 times 1 is equals to 50 tablespoon, and 1 times 15 is 15. Then the answer would be 50/15, or pag nilowest term po natin siya, dinivide natin by 5. So 50 divided by 5 is 10, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. So 10/3. Then atin po siyang pwedeng i-transform into decimal. So by means of dividing 10 by 3, so 3.33, or 3 and 1/3 tablespoon of water. So meaning 50 ml of water is equivalent to 3.33, or 3 and 1/3 tablespoon of water. For sample number 3, ang atin naman pong i-compute is the substitute for a certain ingredient. So for example, so let us find the substitute for 4 teaspoon of lemon zest. So magluluto ka pero walang lemon zest. So ano yung pwede mong i-substitute or ipalit? So let us first have the first step. So una, find the equivalents in the table of common ingredient substitution on pages 46 to 48. Ang makikita nyo po doon when you see table 3.2 is that 1 teaspoon of lemon zest ay pwede po siyang palitan ng 1/2 teaspoon of lemon extract. Once na inyo nang na-identify, so again, proceed with step 2. Substitute the equivalents in a certain equation. Again, so 1 teaspoon of lemon zest is equals to 1/2 teaspoon of lemon extract based on the table 3.2. So, ilalagay lang natin yung given. So, 4 teaspoon of lemon zest over 1, then times the given. So, yung nakita mong ka-equivalent niya, which is 1/2 teaspoon of lemon extract over 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. So as you can see, magkagaya po ulit yung nasa dalawang tabi. So tatanggalin nyo yung magkatulad na unit. So remove teaspoon of lemon zest, or do cancellation in short. Then, yung natitira na lang po, so we're gonna proceed with multiplication again, just like yung ginagawa natin when we are converting units. So ang natira po is 4. So 4 times 1/2 teaspoon of lemon extract is equals to 2. And 1 times 1 is equals to 1. And since ang kanya pong nasa ilalim is 1, automatic na po siyang magiging 2. Okay, 2 teaspoon of lemon extract. So meaning, kung wala kang 4 teaspoon of lemon zest, pwede mo siyang palitan ng 2 teaspoon of lemon extract. So that would be for the substitution. to check kung meron po kayong natutunan in the samples given. So try to answer, practice, and drill. So directions, answer the following items in an intermediate paper. Please show your computation. So first, skill generator on page 42. 3 items po yun, pakisagutan lahat. Then number 2, skill generator on page 49. Items number 2, 3, and 4 lamang. Pagtapos na, pakipicturan yung intermediate paper kung nasaan ang inyong kasagutan and pakipaste the images of your activity in the file to be used for your extend activity. So please refer to your Zenyo package. And for week 4, so your major activity na po for this week is mensuration and calculation for the certain recipe related to your business idea. For the instructions, so please refer to your Zenyo package muli. That would be all for our video discussion for week 4. Thank you so much for watching this video discussion. Stay safe and God bless.